Got some more celebs, pull up loco. You know we up next, pull up mofos. They gon' be there on repeat, they like, oh no. Where's the mix it out, let's take a photo now. Photo now. But for now, I'm loco. For now, preserve the beat, I'm more.
Yes, my peoples, man. You know, we're back again. Summarize everything that happened today. You know, all the Man United news. You know me, man. I'm here every day, man. Never miss a day. I never skip a day. I'm always here for you lot. Always telling you what's going on. Always keeping you lot up to date with all the Man United news. So make sure you subscribe and them thing there and you press the like, man. Anxiety doing loads. What should we start with right now? All right, cool. We're going to start with the Watkins stuff, but that's what's blowing up the most, to be honest. It's all the Watkins stuff. Do you think we'll find him? Basically, it's come out from Laurie Whitwell, and he's very reliable for the Athletic. The Athletic is the same thing that David Ornstein works with, so it's very reliable. And basically, he's come out and just basically said, listen, Watkins is among our centre forwards that we're considering if Hojlund goes. So if Hojlund goes, we're considering Watkins. He's part of that list. Obviously, there's still the Gyokeres, the Osimhens. I'm going to get into that. That's on the next page. But Watkins is in there and we're considering him. So what do you think about this signing? Do you think this one's a good signing? I reckon he'll be all right. He's not that bad. It's not a big signing where everyone's going to jump off their seat and go crazy, but he's prem proven. He knows how to prove himself. And if the money's right, because he's 29, you know, remember that. He's just 29. So if the money's right, then why not just sign him? That's what I'm saying. He's better than Hojlund. I can't deal with Hojlund. So yeah, I think we should sign him. So this is the situation we'll think. I'm going to read it out. Basically, Ollie Watkins is one of the centre forwards considered at Man United if Rasmus Hojlund leaves. Obviously, Mbeumo's top notch. We're trying to do the Mbeumo deal. That's the main thing we're trying to sort out. And then anything after that, if Hojlund goes, then we've got money for a striker. And obviously, we know what's going on with Gyokeres. We know what's going on with the Osimhens, etc. It's a bit mad there. But I'm going to get into it in a second. I've got a little article for them, which is from Laurie Whitwell as well, who is very reliable. He plays for the... He's part of the Athletic. The Athletic is reliable for Man United news overall. That's David Ornstein and all of that. So basically, the middle article, he ends up basically saying Ollie Watkins is on Man United's list of potential centre-forward recruits in the event that Rasmus Hojlund leaves. There has been contact between United and Villa through intermediate, so basically agents, to explore the prospect of a deal. At the end of last season, Manchester United and Aston Villa discussed the potential of a swap deal, basically. Remember, Rashford stayed there to the end of the season and they were saying, yo, you don't want to do a swap deal? But Rashford said, no, I want to do my dream move to Barcelona. I want to go to the Catalonia. You understand? So, mate, Rashford basically flopped it because he wants to go to Barca. And Barca right now are saying to him, we are going to come for you, but at the end, on a loan. We're only coming for you for a loan. We don't want to come there and buy it, spend money right now. We've already been quoting it everywhere. Rashford is £40 million. That's like 50 million euros or something. Barcelona said they ain't got no money for him. They can only loan him. And then Nico Williams come out of nowhere. 58 million euros. They've got the money to pay it now. So they're not really taking Rashi serious, are they? But that's Rashi's dream move. So big up yourself, Harvey, my boy. So yeah, the situation is basically Hojlund leaves, Watkins is on that list to be the new number 9 for Manchester United. And it could have happened last season, but Rashford wants to go to Barca. So he cut ties with Aston Villa. And it came out today, obviously, Fabrizio tweeted about it and basically said, yeah, they're not going to exercise the 40 million because they can't. Rashford don't want to join them. And he's on 300k anyway. So that's the situation with that. It's a bit mad, but I would take Watkins. I don't know what you lot think about Watkins. I think Watkins is all right. He's not really a mad signing that's going to get us all off our feet. But with Konya and then Mbeumo behind him, I think it makes a bit more sense. He's prem-proven. He scores goals. And then I'm going to get into the next article, which is obviously Laurie Whitwell basically saying, listen, Ruben Amorim wants Gyokeres. That's who he wants a reunion with. That's his top target. But Gyokeres wants Arsenal, as we all already know. He wants Arsenal. So we've got to basically wait on Gyokeres, but we can't wait forever. If we sit down and wait forever for Gyokeres, it might be a thing where he either goes to Arsenal or Sporting end up saying some mad price and we can't get him. So basically, Ruben Amorim would want to link up with Gyokeres, but Gyokeres wants Arsenal. Victor Osimen's wages are viewed as too high. So you can see that our two big ones are Gyokeres and Osihmen. That's our two top targets. Is any of the Victors, Gyokeres or Osihmen, but Osimen's wages are too high and Gyokeres wants Arsenal. And we're like second fiddle. And then you've got Ekitike, who's on this list, but he's on an 85 million price tag. He's done nothing in the game to deserve that price tag. Nothing. He's a good player and he's a project. Like, you can see something in him, but bro, he's had half a season. He ain't even had like a wonderful season where he scored probably like 20 goals. No, he ain't even done that. Mamouche was the best player on his team. So Ekitike is out the window right now because no one ain't paying 85 million for him. Osimen's wages are too high and Gyokeres wants Arsenal. So we don't know how long that's going to drag out for. So, and Christopher Nkunku's been spoken about, but that's nothing serious. No one really cares. That's more to do with Garnacho as well. But these are Watkins' stats for Villa. Because a lot of people are saying he's underrated. Some people are saying he's trash, blah, blah, blah. So let me show you his stats. He's got 127 goals and assists in 223 games across all competition. He's the club's all-time Premier League top scorer with 75 goals in 184 games. Yeah? And for Villa, he's the only Villa player to ever score 15 goals in 3 seasons. So this geezer's consistent in the Premier. You understand? He scores 15 goals. For the last 3 seasons, he scored 15 goals. And if you look at this list and look at what Ineos or whoever you want to call it up there is trying to do, they're literally in some data thing right now. Because if you look at this list, this is the leading goal scorer of last season. We've got Mbeumo there with 20 goals, 5 penalties. Ollie Watkins is there with 16 goals, 2 penalties. And then you've got Cunha there with 15 goals, no penalties. So they're really just trying to get goals. They just looked at this thing and said, we need goals. We're going to the leading top scorer, getting the 2 10s that are in there, and a striker. So it kind of makes sense. And if you look at that, how much goals is that all in all? That's 35. That's like nearly 50, basically. You might as well say 50 goals in between them. So I wouldn't mind Watkins. I'll be real with you. We need goals. Rasmus Hojlund has to go, mate. You understand? It didn't work out. Just send him abroad and let's see what happens with him. But we need some goals. And I feel like they're trying to do the prime thing now. They're not even trying to do this kid thing no more. They'll get the 1-2 gems that are young, under 18, but everyone else is prime. We're not really doing this. Let's go get a striker. What Chelsea are doing. Let's go get a striker that's 21-year-old. None of that. It's either a gem that's under 18 and you can grow him into the academy or someone in their prime right now. That's what we're doing. So as you can see, Ollie Watkins, his stats are not the worst. And yeah, he plays for Villa, innit? And he doesn't score every single week. So I can see some people saying, I don't know about him, blah, blah, blah. But, mate, if you look at this first document and what it says about everyone else, you understand why they have to add other strikers in. And to have a striker that's already kind of Prem proven, because if you look at this list, the top 3 are not moving. Haaland ain't going nowhere. Isaac ain't going nowhere unless he's going Liverpool. And Salah ain't going nowhere. You can't buy them 3. Who else is on this list that you could probably buy? What, Chris Wood? Wissa? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, Watkins, like, it's... So they're obviously looking at it and looking at it from a stats point of view in data as well. Like, raw, we need people with goals. He's done it for 3 seasons in a row, 15 goals minimum for 3 seasons in a row. A lot of strikers can't say they've done that in the Prem. Some strikers are inconsistent, up and down. So I'll give him his flowers, man. I big him up. If it happens, I won't be sad if we've got Cunha and Mbeumo behind him. If he was the first signing before Cunha and Mbeumo, I'll be like, what are we doing here? We're getting backwards. He's 29. We've gone mad. But if he's the last one out of all of them, and looking at the circumstance of Gyokeres is not about because of Arsenal, Osimen's wages, Ekitike, what can you really say? You know what I'm saying? And then it says Nkunku, who hasn't scored a goal in about 6 months, apart from the other day in the Club World Cup. Mate, I don't want to take him. So that's the situation with Watkins. If you think that we shouldn't be signing him, we're going backwards, let me know, whatever. But I think he's all right. He'll be a good backup option, let me say. Then we got Nkunku and Garnacho. Obviously, Ollie Whitwell spoke about that as well when he said, listen, Chelsea have been in touch with Garnacho. Chelsea want Garnacho. Yeah, obviously they've been prioritising Gittens, João Pedro and these other guys. But Chelsea are still in touch with Garnacho and there's been discussions about Nkunku. They're trying to force a swap deal, but we're not really rating him like that. But it's like, I think last result will take him. And if you look at this from Matt Law, and the date is at the bottom, it was about a week ago, he came out and said Chelsea and Man United are weighing up the possibility of trying to send Nkunku and Garnacho in opposite directions on a swap deal. And Matt Law is very reliable for news in London, like Tottenham and Chelsea. He's big. He always breaks a lot of news. So that was a week ago, he said about swap deal. Then you had today, obviously Ollie Whitwell said that Chelsea are in touch for Garnacho with Man United. And you got to remember, tomorrow is the PSR year. So things change. So now you're going to start seeing some movement with players because the PSR thing's gone now from tomorrow. It all ends today. That's why Villa sold their women's team today because it ends today. And then Rob Dawson come out earlier on today as well and said basically Man United have been offered Nkunku, but they're not. He's a backup role. Exactly what we're saying. Like he's not number one. He's never going to be our main striker. He's a bit similar to Xerxes anyway. You don't really like. He likes to come for the ball, innit? So yeah, man, I can't see this one really materializing like that. I can see them getting Garnacho, but I can't see us taking Nkunku. I'll be real with you. Like I don't really rate him like that as well. That balloon celebration, I ain't seen it in ages in the Prem or whatever. Like he's like the full fiddle out of them as well. When you think about it, they got Delap, Jackson, João Pedro, that gooey geezer, and then they got Nkunku. Nkunku only played the other day against Benfica. He came on at extra time, and he only played because Jackson's got a red card, so he literally can't play. If Jackson never had that red card, he would never got on the pitch. This is how much they don't rate him. So we can't be doing this. We've got Mason Mount off him. That's not really been the best signing. Let's know what we're doing, innit? If we're going over there, let's get people that we actually want to play. So that's the situation with Nacho and Nkunku. We'll move on. This is Mbeumo. Basically, the full focus at the moment is agreeing a deal with Brentford for Mbeumo. And then obviously we need money after that. And then we can go for a striker. That's well known. Brentford sporting director Phil Gills came out today and just basically spoke to the BBC. They were asking him about a lot of things. Norgard, the new manager, Mbeumo. And he's just saying, listen, Mbeumo's got his own ideas of where he wants to go and his career, blah, blah, blah. But he's still here. He hasn't said he wants to leave. And if we find an agreement, he will leave. If we don't, he's happy to stay. It's just PR stuff, innit? Nothing new, really. Everyone's going to say that. And then Dean Jones, Soccer, came out with some breaking news that we plan to tie him down by Friday. Like, who doesn't know that? Of course, everyone's reporting we're close, so we're trying to make it happen. So it is where it is. But like I said, this is all today's news. I'm going to read this thing about Mbeumo. Manchester United must walk away for Bryan Mbeumo because it still takes a long time. So must go somewhere else and find cheaper players. What cheaper players then? Who do you think we should walk away from Mbeumo and go and get who? Who do you think is better than Mbeumo and is cheaper? Because I think this market is so crazy that there's nobody cheaper than him. Everyone is getting the same price. Elanga is 60 million. Kudus is 85 million. Tottenham are trying to get him down to 65. Semenyo is 70 million. So who do you think is cheaper? Because I can't see anyone else that can fit in that 10 position that is cheaper than Mbeumo and ready to go. So let me know, Brighton. Yeah, so that's the situation with Mbeumo. Basically, not really a big update anyway. Everything we already know, innit? We're in for Mbeumo hard. That's what we're dealing with right this second. Once he's done, that will give us we can start selling some players, frees up some funds, go for a striker. If we free up more funds, we can go for a midfielder, etc. That's exactly what we're trying to do. But as you can see, it seems like it's very hard to sell players. I don't know what it is. It's like the whole world has been watching Man United games. It's like the whole world has been watching us and saying, I don't want these players. Everyone that's linked to our players, all of a sudden either backtracks or leaves us or just, they don't go for them in the end. Or they want a loan or they want an undercut. We haven't sold one player and we bought one player. We bought one player and we haven't sold nobody. So right now, it's not a good position to be in, man. But hopefully, man, it can just, from tomorrow when the PSR thing changes, things can change. We can see bids coming in, Garnacho, Hojlund. This geezer, obviously, like I told you that already, Laurie Whitwell said, Hojlund leaves, that's when we'll get signings for strikers. Hojlund's got to go, unless we obviously sell some other players. Clubs are in contact with Man United to sign Rasmus Hojlund. Inter Milan return a firm interest. They really want to sign him. And Fabrizio said the same thing. United would prefer a sell, although there is an appreciation internally. They might have to accept lower than his book value, just under 45 million. So basically, for us not to take a loss on PSR for next season, 45 million is the minimum we can get for him. But we understand he's so trash that no one's going to pay for him, that we might even have to take an L with the PSR. So we might have to sell him for 30 million or something. That's what we're basically saying here. In the middle one's basically saying the old regime, before Ineos and that came in, remember it was Ten Hag and Woodward and that, they basically wanted Watkins. But then they said, nah, let's just stick and go for someone younger in Hojlund. Because remember, Watkins is 29 now. Hojlund's about 21. So they thought, let's go for the project thing. And look how that done us, 72 million. We're still paying for him now. Trash. And then obviously Fabrizio just came out and confirmed that Aston Villa confirmed they're not activating the 40 million buy option for Rashford. Rashford returns to Man United. Obviously because Rashford wants Barca. So he told them, don't activate it because I'm not going to join you. I want to go to Barcelona. So, which got reported earlier. So that's why they're not going to activate it. It'll be stupid of them to do that. So that's the situation with Rashford. That's the situation with Hojlund. So we're waiting for Rashford to get his dream move to Barca. But Barca are not taking him serious where they want him now. They're on some wait to the end of the window. And then we're going to try and get you a loan for as cheap as possible. Because by that time, Man United really want to get you off the books. We're paying 325k or something for him every week. So by the time the window's coming to an end, we know we're not going to play him. So it's like, all right, now they'll come in and then we've got to probably pay like 180 out of that. Do you know what I'm saying? They're trying to be smart. Then we got Ivan Toney. These links came out earlier. I don't know if you saw it. It came out quickly and then it got shut down kind of quickly. So you might not have seen it, but Ratcliffe may be urged to pull out of the Mbeumo deal with Brentford's demands. A Spanish outlet basically said that we're moving quickly towards Ivan Toney. He's going to be 30 million apparently when I clicked the article. And then it said earlier, Man United have reportedly made an offer for Al Hilal centre forward Ivan Toney, 30 million apparently. But I looked at this and I said, wait a minute. If you look at that first paragraph, in the first one, it says Ratcliffe may urge United to pull out of Mbeumo deal. That doesn't even make sense. That sounds like an opinion. Ratcliffe may urge. What are you doing? If you're a journalist, you've got your links, you know what you want's going to happen. It's either Ratcliffe saying he's going to pull out the deal or he's not. What do you mean he may urge? So when I've seen the breaking news and you're telling me someone's opinion, I already kind of thought this is dodgy. It must be fake anyway. And then Al Hilal Central is like their little page came out and said, despite circling reports, Man United have not submitted any official preliminary offer for Al Hilal striker Ivan Toney. No negotiations have taken place and the story is currently unfounded, like it's not even true. It's just been made up. And it looks like it. If you read that first paragraph, you could tell it's made up. It's just someone's opinion that we're going to pull out of Mbeumo and go for a striker. They don't even play in the same position. I would love to see Toney at Man United. He's a good player and him and Mbeumo will link up good. They already know each other, but come on. People are just making stuff up all the time. This is what happens. But yeah, Ivan Toney looks like he's going to stay over there. He's getting his money. He's doing what he needs to do. I don't know if we would even sign him because of the betting stuff. All that betting stuff. Can anyone trust him to take him on? It's a bit techie, but he would have been a good signing. Or if it was true, I would be excited about it. Next, we got the two gems that we've signed. Obviously, we signed this geezer. We agreed a deal, not signed. We agreed a deal with a 16-year-old Jaden Nkwasi. Apparently, the rivals wanted him, Arsenal, Newcastle. But he said no, he wants to stay at Man United. Jason Wilcox just tied it up, basically. And obviously, we signed my man yesterday, who is, we agreed a deal with JJ Gabriel, they're calling him the Kid Messi. They're calling him Messi now. He's so good. He's 14 years old. He played for the under-18s, and he scored 2 goals in 2 minutes. Literally 14. He played for the under-18s and scored 2 goals in 2 minutes. That's how good he is. They're saying they're calling him Messi, like he's serious. So it's good to keep him on the books, and then hopefully he can come out and be someone serious. I checked out the 14-year-old kid Messi we agreed to deal with. He's Lamine Yamal region, not joking. He's cold. This little you is a baller. I've watched him. I've seen the little clips and that, but we need to be easy with our little young ones. You know what I'm saying? We can't gas them up too much. Take it easy. He's only 14. He's still going to school, the geezer. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, it's good to see that we're tying down these little gems, and hopefully he can become something big when he's older, because it was bare links, linking him to Barcelona, linking him out of here. Like, a lot of clubs wanted him, and it was looking like he's going to leave. His dad supports Arsenal or something, so it's looking real likely. And then Jason Wilcott's done what he needed to do, and then bam, he agreed a deal. So good on them, man. We're tying down the gems, agreed the deal with the gems, so big up himself, man. But yeah, I don't know about Lamine Yamal. I don't know him that much. He's 14, like I said. But yeah, hopefully he can start shining from 18 or something. You get me? Be in the first team. So yeah, man, that's the situation. I'll read this one. Kevin saying Ollie Watkins is 29. How much would it cost? Arsenal was after him last season. Yeah, I think Arsenal's got him as their third backup. So it's either Sesko, Gyokeres, or Watkins. And it seems that we've kind of got him under the same thing. So I don't know, I think he could be about 40 million. Do you understand? But Villa are weird. They were saying 40 million for Martinez. And Martinez is 33. He's not the best keeper in the world. Like, I know he won a World Cup, but they were saying 40 million for him. So I don't know. Obviously, my man scored 15 league goals in the last 3 seasons. So they might use that and be like, bruv, he's a solidified Prem striker where he scores goals. Who knows? But yeah, I would say 40 million max. Like I said, he's 29. He'll be wanting to come Old Trafford. He's 30 soon. You got what I'm saying? Like, so I can't see how it will be anything over 40 million. But you just don't know with the Prem these days. It's so weird. Elanga, who scored 6 goals last season, is going for 60 million. This is what I'm saying. This whole market is inflated now. That they could turn around and say 60 million or bust. And plus, we got the Manchester United tax. When teams see us come in, they're rubbing their hands. They're like, yeah, we can take it to the wire. And this is what Brighton's talking about we must walk away because it's taking too long, etc. Because this is what's happening. Teams are just seeing us and saying we can milk them for as much as we can. But I don't even think the Mbeumo price is that bad, what Brighton and Brentford are asking for, to be honest. I don't even think it's that bad, because when you compare Elanga's 60 million, Kudus is 85 million, and all of these guys, bro, this guy is 65 and he's got so much goals, and what he's done, it's a deal, man. It's a bundle. But I get it, though. I get what you're saying still. But yeah, I think it'll be about 40 million. That's what I reckon. But it hasn't been quoted anywhere. No one has seen it anywhere. And last season, when Arsenal apparently bidded, was it January or something, they were saying that it's 60 million they wanted. They wanted 60 million, Aston Villa. Apparently, they bidded 40 million, they wanted 60. I don't know. But yeah, that's the situation with Ivan Toney. And then the next one is the gems that I've just spoken about. Big up them. And then we got some more news of what came out today, which was basically Johnny Evans is dealing with loans and pathways for footballers. Jadon Sancho, the freedom fighter, is still fighting his wage, mate. He's still fighting the wage. Juventus want him, but he's fighting the wage, mate. You understand? Every time you see freedom fighter, you just see that he's fighting the wage. He wants the maddest wage. He doesn't want to go to no club and play football. He just wants the craziest wage he can get. So that's what's going on with the freedom fighter. Juventus want him, but the wage is an obstacle, it's a concern. So now Juventus are talking about selling players before they can even go for them. They're in the kind of the same position as us. That's the situation with the freedom fighter. Every day, something new, always fighting the wage. He don't want freedom. He wants to fight. Then we got Malik Fofana, who came on and remember that Europa game against Lyon? He came on and gave us a little bit of trouble. We got the penalty that Lacazette scored, and then he assisted Turkey. So yeah, he's obviously Lyon's been relegated now. So everyone's talking about their players. Who can we get? Blah, blah, blah. Malik Fofana has basically just come out with a Rashford shirt and everyone's going crazy. But remember, they're not in our league. So if Garnacho came out with a Lyon shirt, no one would care. It's the same thing for them. They're not in our league. So they're wearing Premier League tops. It's cool. But everyone's going mad. Oh, my God, we should sign him. He's a United fan, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if he's a United fan. He might just like the top or like Rashford. Who knows? But yeah, that's the situation with Fofana. I can't see where he will play. Maybe a wing back. But would he want to play there, though? I can't see him playing in the 10s. He's more of a winger. And that's why we're trying to get rid of Garnacho. We got the midfielder options. Wharton got linked with us today. I like that one day, you know. Even both of them, even being linked to both of these players is just positive. And this is what I'm saying about this new regime. When we're going for players in their prime, it's really ballers. It's not no one that we don't know. Remember last time we were going for players like Anthony. We don't even know these guys. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Hojlund, who are these guys? You're going on YouTube to look at them and see what they're doing. Now, everyone we're linked with, we know. It's either Prem proven or we've heard of them. So Ederson, basically, if Man United can boost their budget with incoming transfer fees, there will be headroom to move for a midfielder. We want Ederson or Adam Wharton. And Ederson, we've been linked with him heavy. So I think he's in the lead. But to have Adam Wharton there, I know he's going to be expensive. So maybe it's a next year thing when we've got all the money. We've sorted out the attack. And now it's time to go back on ourselves. Then, maybe it's that situation. But this is what's come out today about Ederson and Adam Wharton. And Rob Dawson is very reliable. The middle document is from Fabrizio Romano. And he's saying, Man United have discussed Ederson during a meeting with club directors and Ruben Amorim. United made contact with players camp a few months ago and to show their interest. He's seen as an ideal midfield candidate. Remember, look at the date on that. He said that on the 24th, which is last week. So today, we've been linked to Ederson. Last week, Fabrizio Romano said that he's an ideal midfield candidate. And yesterday, Alfredo Padula, who is very reliable for Italian news. For Italian news, he's reliable. And he's basically saying last summer, Man United offered 50 million euros for Ederson, but Atlanta wanted 60 million. Man United and Atlanta are still in current talks, and we'll have to wait to see if anything significant develops. So it's getting kind of strong for Ederson. So we'll see what happens with that. I think Wharton, the only reason we're not fully linked with him crazy is because his price is going to be something mad. You know them. Palace are like Brighton and Brentford. They're stern. Newcastle wanted Guy last season. I think it was like 60 million. They said no. 65, they said no. They said they wanted 75. They wasn't having it. So I can't see Palace even selling them for less than 80 million. And when Man United come through the door, start rubbing their hands as well. That's what happens. Malik's a baller. Yeah, Malik Fofana's a baller. Let me show you what he's talking about. Definitely a baller. My man. He caused us some mad trouble when he came on yesterday. When he came on to earn the Europa game. He was on it. No more links for goalkeeper. I'm getting worried. It's only one day, Kev, man. We're linked to the goalkeeper every single day, apart from today. It's just one day, bro. Literally. Don't worry about it. But remember, Onana's got to go first, Kev. That's the difference. As soon as Onana goes, that's when we'll start getting linked to goalkeepers again. Do you understand? Where it's going to make sense. Because we're just linked right now. John Victor, Diego Costa, Emi Martinez. We're just getting linked. Kaneshi, Lamens. Every day we're linked with a new keeper, but nothing can happen anyway. So we're just linked for no reason. So when Onana's gone and we see that bid come true, no, 25 mil or something, that's when we might start talking. It might make sense. Do you know what I'm saying? Don't Watkins want a top striker? Yeah, I hear you. I'm on the same thing as you. But when you read this report, it shows that we want a top striker ourselves. If you look at the first report, it literally says Ruben Amorim would like a reunion with Victor Gyokeres, but his priority is Arsenal. We all know that. We're waiting on Arsenal to pick Sesko, and then hopefully we can get Gyokeres. We're literally second fiddle. Osimen's wages are viewed as too high. So look at our first top three. You can see it from here. Osimen's wages are viewed as too high. And then you've got Ekitike is 85 million. The geezer is 21. He didn't even mash it up in the Bundesliga. He never went over there and scored 20 goals or nothing like that. He had a good season that was all right. He didn't do nothing too spectacular. You're saying 85 million. We're not going to do that. Do you know what I'm saying? Nkunku has come up in conversation between Chelsea and United, also about Garnacho. That's more of a Garnacho thing. We ain't going to get Nkunku to be our number 9 if we've already got Xerxes and they're a bit similar. So if this is what we actually want, we want a top striker, as in Gyokeres, Osihmen, or Ekitike. But look at all three of them. Gyokeres wants Arsenal, but does Arsenal want him? That's the question. So I feel like we're kind of waiting. We're in the pipeline just waiting to see what happens there. Osimen's wages are too crazy. What can we do with him? Do you know what I'm saying? And you got to remember, Osihmen turned down Saudi. Saudi money is mad. When it comes through, everyone goes usually. Apart from Bruno, everyone's more or less gone when it's that time and you're getting to that type of age as well. Do you know what I mean? Osimen's turning down Saudi, so I don't know what money he wants. but I ain't seen no team in Europe linked with Osihmen, apart from Galatasaray, keeping him on loan. So his money's crazy. Ekitike's 85 million. He's done nothing, really. He's all right. He plays silky football. He hasn't scored loads of goals. He plays for Frankfurt. Omar Mamouche was their best player. So we're not going to pay 85 million for him. So that's the top three there. That's why when you look at it, I'm not talking and sitting and saying Watkins should be our top striker. I'm saying with them three not available, what other striker would you say is better? The only other one I would say, Mateta, is good, but Mateta's had one good season. When you look at Mateta, he ain't really had a lot of good seasons. But if you look at his stats, he hasn't scored loads of goals. Watkins has scored 15 goals in his last 3 seasons, minimum. Do you understand? So, come on, bro, man. 15 goals in his last 3 seasons, bro. That for in the Premier League, that is good. Let's be real. I know he's 29, but if you was to take him now and just put, and look at what they're trying to do. They're trying to do this data thing where they're like, look, they've looked at the leading goal scorers. They've seen 2 10s in there, and they said, we're going to take both of them 2 10s, and we're going to take a striker out of there. The leading goal scorer. Look at that's the top 8. That's just goals. So we've gone from a team that can't score 60 goals, and them 3 have basically got 60 goals alone. Just them 3. 45, 50 goals. Let's say 45 to 50. Just them 3 alone. So we've gone from a team that cannot score 60 goals in the Prem to 3 people that can score it more or less themselves. Come on, man. I'll take him all day. We can't deal with Rasmus Hojlund. August the 17th is in a month and a half. We need to get rid of Rasmus Hojlund and get a striker. I will take Watkins. He's not my preferable. I'd rather Victor Gyokeres or Victor Osihmen all day. But if not them 2, who would you say is 100% prolific? You can't really say no one else that is prolific, that does it every year. He scores 15 goals, but he goes under the radar because he does go missing in some games. But yeah, man. So Lewis, I respect that still, but who would you go for? That's what I want to know. Who else would you say is a top striker? If you can't get no one on this list, because like it says, and this is from Laurie Whitwell, who works for the Athletic. Athletic is David Ornstein and that. Their thing is 30. They don't lie. Their thing is 30. So Gyokeres not available. He wants Arsenal. Let's just say Arsenal go for him, hypothetically. Osimen's wages are too crazy. He wants $1 million a week or something like that because he's dissing Saudi. Frankfurt's Ekitike is not available. Who do we go for? The only 2 other players that I would say we could go for is Watkins or Mateta. I wouldn't even want Chris Wood because he's done it once. Some people are not prolific, you know. I wouldn't even want Chris Wood. So who would you take then? Tell me who you would take. I don't think your number 2 should be your number 2. What do you mean? We're talking about goalkeeper. I don't think your number 2 should be a number 2. What do you mean by that, bro? Harvey, what do you mean by that? First time watching the channel. Great content, man. Human Pip. Love, bro. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, bro. Make sure you subscribe, man. We do this every day, bro, man. Man United news for you lot every day. We break it all down. Everything that's happened on that day, I bring it here for you lot, man. No days off. The goalkeeper, yeah? Okay. Yeah. I don't think your number 2 should be a number 2. Yeah, it's true. But this is what I'm saying. Bro, I just think we need to just get rid of Onana, bro. As soon as we get rid of Onana and Bayinda, they both got to go. That's the difference. We've got 2 keepers that are terrible. And I understand why Ruben plays Onana. Because Bayinda cost 4 million. And I was like, this guy costs 4 million. He's calm. You can't get any worse than that. Mate, he's terrible. So, I don't know, man. I would go with Onana out of both of them. If one has to go, I think Bayinda has to go. Because he's just terrible. But Onana has to go as well. But we can't do FIFA. We can't get rid of the Hojlund, get a striker, get rid of the goalkeeper, get a midfielder in. Like, everything that we want to happen doesn't happen like that. It's not FIFA. And it's like every single person watches every Man United game and says, oh my days, they're terrible. Onana's terrible. Hojlund's terrible. Because I say this all the time to you lot. Saudi Arabia, when there was time to bail out people, they bailed them out. They don't bail us out. Onana should be going this year. Casemiro and Luke Shaw should all be going Saudi right now. When it was Chelsea's turn, they were taking their players. Liverpool, Firmino, Fabinho, Henderson, taking their players. Kante, Koulibaly. Who else from Chelsea did they take? Koulibaly, Kante. Who else did they take? They've taken their players, man. Mendy, that's it. Koulibaly, Kante, and Mendy. Well, come on, man. What's going on here? Mateta for me and a new goalkeeper. I'll take Mateta. I'll be cool with that. But what I'm hearing about Mateta is that 40 million is not enough. They want more money. That's what I've heard about Mateta. I don't know if it's true or not. And remember, they're having this thing with Europe because Lyon is their club, innit? That their owners are linked with. So if they get kicked out of Europe, maybe we've got a chance with Mateta. But right now, he's happy to go to Europe with Palace. He loves it there. He's happy. He wants to sign a new contract. So maybe if they get kicked out of Europe, we might be able to sweep in and say, yo, Mateta, we'll give you a little 40, 50 mil. But yeah, that's the situation, man. But it seems like Watkins is kind of top of their list of the best of against the rest. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what it seems like. So I don't know, man. I don't know what's going to happen. Yeah, that's the situation, man. So the goalkeeper thing's just dried down for one day, literally. Yeah, just relax. Trust me, Kev, yeah? The goalkeeper thing's one day. There was goalkeeper links yesterday and the day before. But yeah, today we haven't heard any. We've just heard a lot about the striker situation and Garnacho and wingers, etc. Because remember, the PSR thing stops today. So tomorrow, PSR for a whole year, you can spend what you want to spend now for a whole year. So everyone's going to be going crazy from tomorrow onwards. So we're going to see some more links coming out for teams. You're going to see tomorrow. And this is the midfielder stuff, obviously. Ederson or Wharton. Do you understand? I'll take Wharton any day, man. Wharton's a baller and he passes. This is what people say about Ugarte, innit? The only problem with Ugarte is that obviously he doesn't pass a bit forward enough. So everyone wants someone more that can do a bit more, that can defend. Wharton has done it in the Prem. He's cold. Ederson, he's more energetic and he's a bit of an all-rounder as well, midfielder. And that's the thing, because we're going to get Bruno. You know Bruno's there as a midfielder. You know we need someone next to him that can put the work in. Because Bruno will be going everywhere. 1 minute he's here, then he leaves his position, then he's in the box, then he's with the keeper, then he's on the wing doing 1-2s. You know you need to put someone next to him that's going to be energetic. But like I'm saying to you, it's crazy. It's not FIFA. So can we really get all this done this year? And if we do get it all done, it might be later in the window. They might not come on pre-season with us because we got to sell a few players. We got Anthony, Sancho, Rashford, Garnacho, Malacia, Hojlund. That's the 6 that kind of have to go. People are forgetting about Malacia. Malacia is just sitting there, stuck. No one wants him. That's what I say to you. It's like everybody watches Man United games and everyone knows these players are rubbish. I don't want them. Or if I'm going to come for them, I'm going to underball Man United. That's why we ain't sold no one. I don't think we ain't sold no one because we can't sell. I think everyone is coming with silly offers, loans. Remember, Sancho, everyone wants to pay the 25 million, but he doesn't want a thing. He doesn't want to change his wage. He just wants his money. So that's the situation, man. That's the situation. And then the other striker targets, it was said about Ekitike, but I think he's going to Liverpool. And like I just said to you, he's 85 million. So I can't see that happening. Man United are the only club that spoke to Frankfurt about Ekitike. Everyone else has just like inquired, oh, Ekitike, what, would you come to my club? Oh, no problem. Stuff like that. No, we're the only people that made contact. But I think we even done that to see how much he's worth. But that was from like the Gyokeres stuff. Because Gyokeres came out, his agent, and said, I prefer Arsenal. Next day, we've made contact with Ekitike. So it's like we're showing people that we've moved on type of thing. So everyone can get off it. That's what I feel like it was. But yeah, Liverpool, once they sell Darwin Núñez, I think they're going to go for him. If they can't go for Isaac, I think they're going to go for Ekitike. I don't think they're going to wait around. I think they're the most solid team to want Ekitike. And he's getting caught with that 85 million. He'll probably get a little bit lower and he will leave. That's what I reckon will happen. But I don't think he's worth 85 million, 70 million, none of that. I don't think he's done enough to be worth that. Understand? Hey, dude, Inter Milan have lost the match. Safe. Fluminis, that's the team they lost to. Safe. Since that Champions League final, Inter Milan just, forget about it. Lost their manager. They're going to probably have a little rebuild or something. This is why they want Rasmus Hojlund. Yeah, man, we need to get a new keeper, man. But yeah, that's the situation, man. I reckon that I'll be happy with Watkins, man. I'll be real. Anyone to replace Hojlund, the 17th of August, when we play Arsenal, remember, Arsenal could go in there with Havertz. They're happy. They don't need to have a new striker. I'm happy. I'm not going to be happy to have Hojlund. We need a new striker. And Xerxes a different dynamic. If it's not working, Plan A is not working with our main striker, then you bring Xerxes on. That's how I look at it. I don't think Xerxes should be our number one striker. He should always be like the second in command. And he can play in the 10 as well. So, yeah, that's the situation. I'll summarize it up. Watkins is basically, we're linked with him now. If it doesn't work out with the other ones, the big dogs, which it seems like it's not, we're probably going to go for Watkins. We've spoke to him about a deal, and we're going to see what's going on. Obviously, it's all about Mbeumo right now. That's the main thing. And then we're going to see what we can do with him. Let these players leave. Shaw, Casemiro, Garnacho, I'm guessing that means. Sancho, Rashford, Anthony, Malacia, and bring on Mbeumo, Gyokeres, Edison, defender. Yeah, 100%, man. 100%. I agree with you still. They need to leave, but I feel like no one wants to buy them. A lot of people are saying that we can't sell and Ineos, and I think no one actually wants to buy these players. Like, look at Rashford, like Barcelona saying we're going to come back for you. Sancho don't want to drop his wage, so he's fucking up for himself. Garnacho, we'll see from tomorrow onwards, because Chelsea and Villa are meant to be interested. Casemiro, no one's coming for him. Sure, I've never heard a thing about him. Not even like someone's inquired, nothing. So, Malacia, half of the people don't even know he's still at the club. This is what we're dealing with. Like and subscribe, my peoples, man. You know this thing, man. We're here every day for you lot, giving you lot the news, man. Whatever's happening with Manchester United, I'm there. I'm always there for you lot. So, yeah, man. Basically, Rashford, we offered them a little, you lot can keep Rashford, just give us Watkins. Rashford declined. He said, I want to do my dream move to Barcelona. So Rashford didn't want it to happen. That could have happened. There would not have been no more Hojlund, but he said no, because he wants to go Barcelona. So he's waiting for Barcelona. Then it's just basically broke down why Watkins is even in this list in the first place. That's what it broke down. Laurie Whitwell, who's very reliable, and he basically just said, Amran wants Gyokeres, but Gyokeres' priority is Arsenal. So we can sit there and wait around for the Arsenal to pick Sesko, but if they turn around and don't bring Sesko, or they take too long, say they just drag it out to the end of the window, we're going to be sitting there looking like idiots. So we need to go and get someone for now, basically. So anyways, he wants Arsenal. Osimen's wages are viewed as too high. And Frankfurt's 85 million price tag on Hugo Ekitike is beyond current means. Hi, what's going on, Leo? You good? So what I'm trying to say is, these three that they've just spoke about is clearly our main three options. That's who we want. We want Victor Gyokeres, Osihmen, or Ekitike. That's who we're going for. But clearly, there's an obstacle in every single one. The only one that hasn't really got an obstacle is Gyokeres, if Arsenal don't go for him. So if Arsenal go for Sesko, we've got a clear path to Gyokeres. There's nothing else blocking him. Osimen's wages are high and Ekitike's price is too high. And Frankfurt don't really budge. And I don't think we're going for Ekitike anyway. I think that's Liverpool. So that's the situation with that. That's why Watkins is even in this list anyway, because them three that we want are not accessible. So that's why it is. It's not that we're just sitting here and we're trying to go for Prem. No, you can tell who we want. We want a proper striker. It's not working. Let's go for Ollie Watkins. Give us 2-3 years, and then maybe we'll go for a proper striker after that. Watkins has got some good stats, 127 goals and assists in 223 games. He's the all-time Premier League goal scorer for Villa, 75 goals in 184 Premier League games. And he scored 15 league goals in 3 seasons. So he's consistent in the Premier League. Not a lot of players score 15 league goals for 3 seasons in a row. It don't happen. So he's not that bad. And he's a bit underrated when you actually look at it. He doesn't really do much. He obviously scores, but we don't really pre him. He plays for Villa. He can go 5 games without scoring, we won't know. And he can go probably 10 games scoring and you might not know. You know what I'm trying to say? Because he's at Villa. But he's on the graph chart. And when you look at this chart, and this is the top scorers last season, this is the top 8, you can see what kind of Ineos is trying to do. They've got the little data thing going on because Mbeumo's there, Cunha's there, and now Watkins. So if they want to change this whole mold up with Man United and just say, let's get goals in now, we want to be promised goals, and we can't get our main strikers, it is better to go for someone on that list that you know scores goals, especially someone that's been doing it consistently. Do you know what I'm saying? Only by tomorrow we'll see who we can get. Ollie is a clutch player, moves in the right place in the ball. Yeah, he's clutch, but he misses a lot of chances as well. He does miss chances as well. I remember against Arsenal, he missed 2 good chances and they ended up losing. But that's just me watching him for a game. That's just a game that I watch. I don't really watch Ollie Watkins, so I'll be being a bit biased. Do you know what I mean? But like I said, from his stats, and if you're doing that in the Prem, you've got to be decent to an extent. You can't get 15 goals for 3 seasons and not be decent. Do you understand? Not everyone can do that. So you've got to give him his flowers, respect it. And obviously, like I said, out of our 3 main strikers, if they're not available, he's not a bad backup option to have 15 goals in his last 3 seasons. So yeah, take that in. Garnacho and then Nkunku is a swap deal that keeps getting spoken about. I can't see us getting Nkunku, mate. I haven't seen that celebration with a balloon in the last 6 months. Literally. He's been playing Conference League, everything, and I still haven't seen it. I don't want him nowhere near the squad. He's too similar to Xerxes. And when you look at Rob Dawson, the middle article, it literally says, Man United has been offered to us, but he's desperate to leave Chelsea, but we're not. He's just a backup option. He's just like, whatever. We don't really care about him too much. So it's just there in the pipeline. It's more about they want Garnacho, so they just keep trying to offer us players to make it a deal that makes sense. Because we're saying we want 70 million for Garnacho. We're probably not going to get that, but this is what's going on. Matt Law, he's very reliable for Chelsea news, and he's saying that we was trying to do a little swap deal last week. Look at the date at the bottom, and just today, Laurie Whitwell basically said, listen, there's been discussions. So Chelsea are interested, but Rob Dawson are saying, we don't really care about Nkunku. He's a backup option. We're never going to take him serious unless it gets that bad that we just have to get someone, and then we get him. So that's the situation with them. And I'm sorry, done. Only by tomorrow we'll see who we can get. By tomorrow is when it starts, isn't it? So there's going to be a few transfer news, but it's not guaranteed that someone's going to get it, come in, and it might not go mad straight away. It's one of them ones, but it's a new PSR world. So yeah, we're definitely going to see a lot of news about clubs, but it's just, is it going to be any about Man United? Do you understand? It's definitely going to be news flying though. Bids going left, right, and centre. Players are going to get unveiled tomorrow. You'll probably hear that Zubimendi deal's done and stuff like that, because a lot of players, a lot of teams don't want it to be in the last year, which is today, the last year's books, because they'll fail PSR. They'll breach. So all the deals that are wrapped up, they want it to be in the new year. So then they've got time to sell players and buy players, and they're good. So you'll be seeing from tomorrow a few deals going through, etc. But yeah, Mbeumo basically, Laurie Whitwell was basically saying, listen, we want to... that's all we want to do is agree deal for Mbeumo. That's our main thing right now. And then we need to sell. Then we can go for a striker, midfielder, goalkeeper, blah, blah, blah. Goalkeeper, we need to sell Onana, Bayinda, and then replace. Literally. It goes without saying, really. So that's what we need to do with them. They don't seem like they got any offers. It's just crazy. And no one's got offers, mate. But it's crazy. But yeah, Brentford sporting director come out today. He was chatting on the BBC and Sky. And he just basically said the PR stuff. He hasn't told us he wants to leave. He's happy to stay. If we find an agreement, then obviously we'll let him leave. But yeah, blah, blah, blah. Bullshit, basically. And then Dean Jones came out and basically said Man United aim to tie up the deal for Bryan Mbeumo by Friday. So, mate, we want to tie it up as soon as possible. So that's not really news. Would you take Mohamed Kudus, only Chelsea, Newcastle, Tottenham? I think Tottenham's big on him. Chelsea, I think the links have died down. I think Tottenham want him. Tottenham are looking like they're going to get him. I would take him, but not for the price they're saying. He's 85 million release clause. I'm hearing that he might go for 65. He's all right, but mate, my head is so Mbeumo'd off that I can't even get out of there. Do you know what I'm saying? Mbeumo and Cunha are already there for me. They're already in Old Trafford. So I can't look at these players no more and just think anything. And I know we're not going to get a player to be back up, but Kudus is a good player. He ain't got the best stats for last season. He's got 5 goals, 4 assists, but he's still a good player. But what they're quoting about him, they're saying they want 85 million release clause, and then now they're saying they want 60 million or something, 65. I don't know about that, but he is a good player. Would you see? Who could you see buying Onana? The only team that got linked with Onana was Monaco. We all thought that Saudi was going to come in for Onana. That's what it was said. Saudi's going to come in for Onana at the end of the season. They haven't come in. They haven't saved us. So Monaco was chatting to him. They couldn't agree personal terms. I think Onana's trying to get his last bag. He wants to get his money and then chill out now. That's what Onana's on. I don't think Onana wants to go anywhere else unless they're paying him good money now. So I can't see anyone coming in for Onana, I swear to you. And if someone comes in for Onana, it's got to be one of them slow leagues. It's got to be like an Italian league, Turkish league, something like that. It can't be, I don't even think we'll go to La Liga. That's how real it is. It's going to be here. It's going to be, yeah. And this is the problem. We can't sell the players because no one wants them. This is what a lot of people is failing to see. But I'm seeing people getting mad. Man United are shit. We're not selling no players. Nobody wants our players. That's our problem. I think if a bid comes in for Nana, we see 30 million come in, we'll take it straight away. And that 30 million will go and buy another keeper, a young keeper. Do you understand? Straight away. Yeah, if he gives us 10 to 15 goals a season and makes our season less stressful for our forward players, because Cunha, Bruno, hopefully you get Mbeumo too. We can't rely on Erasmus. 100% done, man. I'm with you. And this is what I'm trying to say to you. And that's when I go back to this and show you that these stats alone, the goals that they should be bringing, even if they don't get these the same numbers, but let's cut it in half. Let's just say Mbeumo gets 9, not even 10, 9 goals. Cunha gets 7. And Watkins gets 7. Bruv, you're sharing the goals. And then you got Ahmad, he might get a 5. Bruno might get 7 penalties or something, whatever. It's sharing around. That's what you need to do as a team. That's the only way you proper win. If you don't have a solid striker that bangs bare goals, the goals get shared around. Even when City and that were winning all these trophies, you'll be seeing sometimes Bernardo Silva will chip in. De Bruyne, all of these guys, Hojlund, what have you have to share the goals around, man. Sometimes it has to be like that. Sometimes you'll get one striker that just goes mad, like how Salah went mad this season, 29 goals. But there's times where you win a league or whatever because you've shared the goals around. You've got threats from everywhere. And that's been our problem all these years. Every time I'm chatting to my Arsenal friends, etc., when we're about to play them and we're sitting down watching the game, they're like, bruv, I'm only scared of Ahmad. I'm only scared of Bruno. That's it. Apart from Bruno, you lot are rubbish. That's all they'll say to me. Now, to be going there and having Ahmad on right wing back, scary. Cunha, scary. Mbeumo, scary. Bruno, scary. Can do something out of nowhere. And whoever we have as a striker, scary, is how you need a team. How we look at City and these teams, oh, man can score, he can score, he can score. That's how we need to be going into these games. And we need, all of us in this chat, we need to have that belief as well, that when we're going into games, we can batter teams. Yeah? We're playing these little Burnleys and all of that. We might 4-0 them today. We might you know what I'm saying? We know that we can beat them. When is the last time you was confident we can beat anyone? Come on, man. 2 years ago, Sheffield United came Old Trafford, bopped us. Sheffield United, Burnley, all these teams, these relegation teams were coming 10 hard times, and they're just bopping us off the park. And it's like, what is going on? When is the last time? And obviously, this is Amrin's first season. It didn't start off the best. So now we need to switch it up, man. Where it's like, bruv, we're confident. We're getting into games, and we're like, yeah, we're gonna mash them up. What, West Ham? Wait till we play them. Like, we're ready and we're confident. That's how I want to feel, man. Who starts up front against Arsenal if we can't get a striker in before? It has to be Xerxes, man. Has to be Xerxes. I can't do with Hojlund and let Cunha and Mbeumo be in their positions. I know they can rotate. I think Mbeumo scored, was up front 15 times for Brentford. He scored about 6 goals or something. But nah, man, have them in their positions, man. Exactly. So amongst those 4 times players up front, and we got Ahmad as well, because we know we are going to succeed. But that's what I'm saying. If we score 4 goals and Onana does 2 blunders, we still win 4-2. Do you know what I'm saying? So give us a striker. I'll rather a striker right now. And then we get rid of these bozos. But there was too much games last season where it was too narrow and we couldn't score. There was games where we could have won. We got Arsenal at home. We should have battered them. Wolves, how much chances did we have until they scored that free kick? There's so much games like that. Liverpool at Anfield, we never had a striker. Hojlund just shooting straight at them. So this is what I'm trying to say. We get a striker now, we score more goals. Yeah, we're still going to be shaky with Onana. I hear it. But they understand that the goals are more priority because you win games by goals. Even if Onana throws the ball in the back of the net 2 times and we score 4 goals, we're going to be angry with Onana, but not to an extent where it's going to be like, he needs to go, but we've won the game. That's what I'm saying. Last season, we couldn't win no games. And even games that we played so well, we drew at the end of it. Man City at home, we should have won that game. It fell to Garnacho's feet in the box. He couldn't even pull it away. All these little things, like there were so much narrow games where we couldn't score because we didn't have a striker and we didn't have no good number 10s. And hopefully now they've addressed it and they've said, you know what? Obviously they've got some data the way they're doing their thing. They've looked at it and said, Mbeumo, Cunha, and there might be Watkins. There might be someone better. I hope it's Gyokeres. And then we go out there and just put teams away, man. We're just putting teams through the sword, literally. Like, teams are seeing us and just being scared. Like, it's long. Man United, but we've got 1 game a week as well, you know. A lot of these teams are down in Europe. They've got Champions League. How we've had it in the last 2-3 years. Champions League, Sunday game, Wednesday game, Sunday, Thursday game, Sunday, Thursday, Sunday, Thursday, Sunday. That's what's going to be happening to a lot of teams. So it's going to be long for them to come Old Trafford. We need to turn that place back to a fortress, get a striker, and just blow teams away. We just got so much energy. For real. Come on, Romain, man. We need to do this thing, man. This is the time. It's got to be now. So, yeah, man. Garnacho and Nkunku. I don't know what's going to happen with that. Nkunku's not really rated. I think they rate Garnacho. And Fabrizio came out yesterday and said Chelsea want another attacker. I don't know what they're building for, mate. Because they've got players. They've got about 4 or 5 players in every position. Attacker, they've got João Pedro, that Gui guy that hardly plays, Jackson, Delap, and Nkunku. This is mental. On the wings, they've got Madueke, Neto, Mudryk is still there. Remember, he's on a ban, but he's still there. They got that Evil Saka, they call him. What's his name, that geezer? What's that geezer's name that they call Evil Saka, man? The black geezer. What's his name? George, that George boy that dived. Onana. Remember when we went to Chelsea, he dived. They've got so much wingers, bro. Madueke. I don't know what they're trying to get. I'm hoping this week is big for us. And Mbeumo then go full for a strike in the next 2 weeks. So we've got some pre-season about 100%, man. 100%. Mbeumo, as soon as we wrap on Mbeumo, we just need to sell some players, man. Obviously, Anthony's the closest. Real Betis was waiting to get some money. They wanted some money, and then they want to come and buy Anthony. They've sold 2 players. They've sold Johnny Cardozo to Atletico Madrid. That was 30 million euros. And then they sold Jesus, his name is Rodriguez or something like that. It added up to like 58 million. They've got the money. I don't know what they're waiting for. They might be waiting for tomorrow, for all we know. The PSR thing. Who knows? So hopefully, man, things can start happening, man. But Anthony seems like he's on his way out. Freedom fighter Sancho just needs to drop his wage. Juventus will snap him up straight away. And then that will be it. Brighton conceded 5 goals more than us last season, but finished 7 places above us. The difference was they scored 22. Come on, man. This is what I'm telling you, man. That's what I'm telling you. Because you know what happened? Someone asked me the other day. He said to me, what would you rather? Would you rather we sold Onana, but we sold Onana, would you rather we have a new striker, but kept Onana, or we sold Onana and kept Hojlund? That's a serious question, you know. Would you rather we keep Onana, but have a new striker, or keep Hojlund, but sell Onana? I said I would rather us keep Onana for 1 more season, but sell Hojlund, because goals mean more. And last season showed it. It wasn't every game Onana made a blunder, but it was more or less every game that we couldn't score a goal. You get what I'm trying to say to you? How much games did we draw that we should have won? How much games did we walk out? I went to that game when Arsenal beat us 2-0 with 2 set pieces. Yeah, the first game, Timber scored and Saliba. Bro, we played so good that game. This is what I'm trying to say. Like, there was so much games we just couldn't score. It'll just get to Hojlund and they'll just break down. The attack will break down. Garnacho will get the ball, just break down. And then we'll be back on the back foot again. Come on, man. We need to switch it up, man. We need to drop it up. We need a striker, man. With a good preseason, only one game a week, learning opponent tactics, we should have 100%, man. 100%. And that's what I'm saying. Amrin's already told us. He said, listen, if I'm in the second half of the season, come December, maybe they need someone else. So from time he said that himself, mate, he's basically saying it's do or die. So we've got to come out on a mad thing. We've got a hard start, remember. We've got the toughest start. It got voted the toughest start. We've got Man United and Arsenal. I think we got Burnley after that or something. And then we got Chelsea's and City. We got all of that in the first 5 anyway. Fulham, sorry, not Burnley. Fulham away. So we've got to come out and just be on a mad thing, man. So we've got to be ready. And I think obviously we're trying, innit? But no one wants our players, man. But I'm with you, Liam. I'm with you. We definitely need this, though. Definitely. Man United should have a look at him from Chelsea. And you're trolling, innit, Kevin? You're trolling, man. Because no way I'll take Toney and Madueke. He is rubbish, mate. They're trying to get rid of him. Arsenal's meant to be looking at him. I don't know if that's rumours or it's gas, though. Madueke is rubbish, mate. Strikers, yeah. I said the same thing, bro. I'd rather a striker keep Hojlund for Onana for one more season, but I cannot hack Hojlund playing against teams and they're getting compilations. We played against Hong Kong and the centre-back got a compilation, like his best of a match. He had the 10 tackles, 5 interceptions, 7 headers, like, this is what happens when you play Hojlund. Southampton, Leicester, don't matter. The defender basically gets a compilation at the end of the game that he's done well. I can't deal with that, mate. We need a striker that's giving these guys hell. They don't want to play against him. Stats for Watkins, 29. He's 29, 24, 25 season, 16 goals, 8 Premier League assists, 24 goals and assists, Champions League goal 1. Yeah, that's it broken down. That's it broken down. These are the stats for him here. Yeah, that's it broken down. You're right. 16 goals, yeah, in the Premier League. Yeah, love for that game. I appreciate it. My man's on a different thing, man. I'll take him, man. I'll take him. Like I said, bro, I'll take him. Remember, he's a backup of the backups. As you can see from this list, it says Gyokeres and Osihmen. They're the main two. Then it's Ekitike, and then it's the backups. I'll take him. 100% game. I love for that. 31 goals in 54 appearances. That's what I'm saying. He goes under the radar, man. I think he's all right. He's not nothing that will woo us. Like, oh my God, we signed Watkins. That's why I said, if he comes in after Nkunku and Mbeumo, it would make sense. And you look at this list, with all their goals, it makes sense. But if he came in first, all of us would be like, what the fuck are we doing? He's 29. Watkins is rubbish. He's not all that. And I understand it. It'll be understandable. But now, when you look at it, if he comes in after them as the striker, with all of these victors acting up, Gyokeres goes Arsenal, Osimen's wage, blah, 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 it makes sense. And I'm with you. So that's why I would take him. Do you know what I'm saying? Price would be the issue with Watkins, though. Villa will up the price for us. This is what I'm saying, Liam. We've got that Man United tax, and that's why we're talking to Mbeumo for so long. Because they're trying to, like, dim it down. They spoke for them for 2 weeks and then only bid it 55 million. So, you know, they're trying to do some... You get what I'm trying to say? This Kevin, you're funny, you know. They won't do that for us, man. They're going to want some mad money for Palmer. They wouldn't swap him for Garnacho. He wouldn't even leave. It's like mufc over there. He wouldn't even leave over there. I don't think they'll do any swap deal. Any swap deal for Garnacho, they'll want it on their terms. That's why they're trying to get rid of Nkunku. But Nkunku, we don't want him. They're trying to give us a player that we don't want. If they was to give us someone else, Lavia or Caicedo or something like that, we'll take it on the spot. But they're not trying to do that. They're trying to make it make sense for them. They don't want Nkunku. They'll get Garnacho. That's someone on the wing. Bam. I don't think Watkins will be too expensive. A young 30. That's what I said. Yeah, man. I said 35 to 40 million. He's 29. Come on, man. But I'm hearing that he's worth 60 million. They're saying that he's 60 million. That's what they wanted from Arsenal last season. Apparently, they want 60 million for him. I don't know. But I think 40 million would make sense. 100%. Yeah, 40 million for Watkins would make sense for me. 35. Watkins is also an athlete. In 5 seasons, he played on 184 games, missing only 6, and scored 75 Premier League goals. Ooh. Yeah, it says it right here, innit? He's the club's all-time Premier League top scorer with 75 goals in 184 Premier League games. And he averages 15 a season. Yeah, you're right. Thanks for that, Widzert. Thanks for that. It's the same stats here. Look, the first Villa player to score 15 goals, 3 seasons in a row. Crazy. That's what I'm trying to say to you. He's Prem proven and he does it consistently. 3 seasons in a row is consistent. A lot of players, people are talking about Mateta. Mateta's only just done something like that. I don't even know if Mateta got 15 goals, but he just come and started scoring goals. He hasn't been doing it every season. Obviously, he's in a lower team in Palace. Villa's a bit more better, but still, this guy's done it 3 seasons in a row. He's got a bit of consistency to him, man. I'll take him still. I think they will ask for 45 mil, Matt. Yeah, I hope so, because they asked for 40 million for Martinez. And Martinez is a keeper, that's 33, and you've gone mad with that. Cole Palmer is a Manchester United fan, bro. I know, Kevin, but that don't hit hard with everyone. Do you get it? Like, remember, he's celebrating. He scored a hat-trick against us at the bridge. He's doing up the... Like, you don't care about all that right now. And he seems like he's happy there. He just signed... Didn't he sign a new contract? 9 years or something? 7 years? I can't see a swap deal happening. And they love him over there. There's no manager. Maresca's not going to turn around and go, yeah, let Cole Palmer go. Do you know what I mean? They're going to try to give us their scrubs. You can take Madueke if you want. You can take Nkunku. Whoever's not getting on for them, they'll think. We would never get a good player that is working for them. We got Mason Mount for 55 million and he had 1 year left. This is what they do to us, Chelsea. They're good at selling. That's one thing about Chelsea. They sell players. Kevin, I don't think Palmer would mind coming to United. Let's wiser talk, man, and boom. I think he wouldn't mind, but I don't think they will let him unless there's some big money involved. Do you get it? I don't think it'll be a swap deal for Garnacho. I think it'll be like, we've got to put some money on the table or something crazy like. But I can't see him just leaving like that. 60 mil, taking the piss now. So, yeah, this is what I'm saying. They want 60 mil from. That's what they said to Arsenal last season. 60 million, and now Man United come to the table. They're going to want 60 mil, probably a 65. Yeah, it's crazy, bro. 884 Premier League games played out of a possible 190. Yeah, he's reliable still. He's there, man. Like I said, I'll take him, bro. And I don't know what Ineos is cooking with this table. With this, their data is just there. You know what I'm saying? They're on a different thing. They just looked at the thing. They just went and scored the top scorer. Said, we need goals. And they said, we need 2 10s and a striker. And looked at the top goal scorers and said, yep. And Mbeumo, Cunha, and we'll get a striker out of this list. Mo Salah, he won't come. He's a Liverpool fan. Isaac, 150 million. Hojlund just signed the contract. Never going to come City. Let's go for Watkins. So you can see what they're cooking, bro. This is what, bro, they just sold their women's team to themselves. What Chelsea done, they just done it so that they can save themselves for PSR. So now they're going to be good. From tomorrow, remember, everyone's good for a year. It's crazy, bro. Yeah, they did. They played at Brentford. This is what I'm saying. I don't know what they're doing here, bro. It's got a little something going on here, bro. They played together at Brentford. That's why when I saw the little Ivan Toney links today as well, I was thinking, what are they trying to cook up over here with this little Brentford link up? But that turned out to probably be gas. But yeah, man, hopefully anyway. I'm cool with Watkins coming. I just want a striker. I just don't want it to be the 17th of August when we're playing Arsenal at Old Trafford and the fans are up for it. Everyone's going mad and we've got Hojlund up front against Saliba and Gabriel. I can't deal with that, bro. I'll deal with anyone. Give anyone a chance, especially a man that's been in the Prem. If we can't get Gyokeres and we can't get Osihmen, I will take Watkins. Do you understand? He wouldn't be my favourite. And I think if we sign Watkins first, we would all be underwhelmed. What are we doing? What are we playing at? But if he comes after Cunha and Mbeumo, it's not really a bad signing. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm cool with that. What was Watkins' record at Brentford match? Can you pull it up, please? I don't even know it, you know. Let me get his lot. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get his record for his last 5 seasons. Watkins. I know he was banging it in though. I know obviously my man was the best at them. It was Toney. Toney was killing it in the championship. So I think obviously his records obviously eclipsed it. But yeah, Watkins at Brentford. That's ages ago, you know. 2019 is when he was at Brentford, you know. 2019 to 2020. He's been at Villa that whole time since. Yeah, my man's been doing his thing, man. Let me see this. I'll get you the record now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a scandal of Watkins, man. I don't know who wouldn't take him though. Like I hear man, I saying they want a top striker, but if there's someone in this chat that would not take Watkins, please tell me who you'd rather. Someone's already told me they'd rather Mateta, and I hear that and I'm cool with that. But who else? And Mateta hasn't even been that prolific, by the way. Let me let you lot know that. He hasn't been that prolific. Let's show you lot the record about my man now. Hold on. This is his record. Aston Villa, 2024 to 2025, 54 games, 17 goals, 14 assists. 23 to 24, 27 goals, 13 assists. 22 to 23, 16 goals, 7 assists. That's his last 3 seasons. Obviously, the year before that, I swear this is when Villa's still in the kind of relegation zone, remember, yeah? This is the early days, 2021, 22. They're a bit relegation-ish. They're still not 11 goals, 2 assists. Aston Villa, 16 goals, 5 assists. That's 20 to 21. Brentford, 26 goals, 3 assists. 12 goals, 6 assists. But that's, remember, when you're saying 48, is that the championship? I don't even know where he was then, you know. But he scores goals, bruv. That's one thing you can say. He hasn't got one season where he scored under 10 goals, where he's underperformed as a striker. He scored 10 goals in his last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 seasons. That's what we're dealing with, man. 49 goals in 143 games. Probably adds up to something like that, innit? We deserve better. You say you're not rating him? Oh, you're right. Okay. You're bigging up my man for bringing that up. I thought you meant we deserve better, as in he's not good enough. Yeah, man, that's the situation. The only thing is about his age and the transfer cost. No sell on, and as long as he wasn't on 200k, it could work out. 100%. I'll take him, bro. Like I said to you, like, I'll take him. Yeah. We can't get Gyokeres, who is obviously our main target, and then Osihmen, because his wage is too high. Who else is there, bruv? You lot got to be realistic. Ekatike is 85 million. Who else are you lot sitting down and saying is a good option? That's Prem proven. That's going to come through the Prem and make it happen. Come on, man. Yes, was the championship. That's what I'm saying. You could just look at the Villa. Even the Villa numbers alone. Even if you wanted to, you don't even want to count Brentford, just in case one or two of them was in the championship. Just look at the Villa ones alone. His last 5 seasons, 16, 10, 11, 16, 27, 17. That's a lot of goals, bro. He scores goals. He's got an eye for goal. And that's in the Prem. Villa haven't been relegated before. So that's all in the Prem. He's got an eye for goal. That's good enough for me, man. I'd take him. Not first choice, but give me Prem proven. He'll have 2 bad men behind him. Exactly. And oi, exactly. That's what I said. If he came in first, everyone be sitting there like, these guys have gone mad. 29-year-old Ollie Watkins. Who are we? But we've seen what position we're in. We finished 15th. We missed out on Champions League. We can't. You know what I'm saying? Players are dissing us. We've never been dissed. Cunha and Mbeumo coming out, I want Man United. And then Gyokeres is saying, I prefer Arsenal because it's Champions League. So what can we do? We have to take it on the chin. But I understand they don't want to sit around and wait forever, which is smart. Why are you going to sit there and wait forever for Gyokeres? And Arsenal might actually take him. Or they might not take him, but by the time they've said no and go for Sesko, we might have already played Arsenal August 17th. Remember, the transfer window ends on the 1st of September. For those that don't know, our first game is on the 17th of August. So you might play 3-4 games and then you can still go out and buy it. We don't know if the saga's still going to be going on then. So clearly, innit, we still got a thing, Hojlund as well, innit? We got to sell Hojlund first. Hopefully, by the time we've sold Hojlund, we can know. How likely do you think this could happen? This is the situation with it. It's basically that he's being considered if Hojlund leaves. So if Rasmus Hojlund leaves, then obviously there we go. We should be able to go for him. If he's the one, if Gyokeres is fully out the window, I think we're waiting on Gyokeres. That's what I personally think. We're waiting to see what happens. Because remember, like I said, from tomorrow, the PSR thing spins around. Arsenal might go crazy and just go for their players. It already got stated that, what's his name? Arteta wants his striker for pre-season. They're going on pre-season on the 17th of July. So Arsenal might go for their guy within the next 2 weeks. We might look at that and go, okay, they've gone for Sesko now. Let's go for Gyokeres. But if that doesn't happen, then we might turn around and go for Watkins. But Hojlund, I don't know if it's specifically just Hojlund. Maybe it's just Rashford or Garnacho, because we're going for a striker regardless. So after 2-3 players leave, or maybe just Hojlund, who knows? That's when we'll go for one of them. But like I said, we might wait 2 weeks, see what Arsenal's doing. If Arsenal go for Sesko and wrap that up, we might go for Gyokeres. We might just miff this. But I think they're trying to put this out there that, listen, if we don't go for Gyokeres, because you can see what's going on, he's prioritising Arsenal, we're not going to wait forever, then we're going to go for Watkins. And they're putting out all these stats. They're letting it be known what's going on. They're being transparent in it. So, like I said, it is what it is. I'll take it. Watkins does rattle centre-backs and Hojlund whines on them. Different. My man's always wrestling. Like, I don't know what he's watching. Hojlund repping the gallon on the pitch. Man's doing Shakira. My man's in carnival. He thinks he's in carnival every time. We'll get about 3-4 seasons. Yeah, 100%. 100%, man. Like I said, anyway, now that hopefully we wrap up Mbeumo, I'm happy with it. If we never had Mbeumo and Konya, I'll be sitting there like, what are we doing? We're going backwards. Watkins is a shambles. I'll be dissing him. But to have him on, I'm cool with that, bro. I'm cool with Watkins still. Can run. And he makes some good movements as well. That's one thing. He does make good movements. And he's a proper striker where he's in the box. He'll get his toe on something and it scores. Do you know what I'm saying? And then if that's not working, Xerxes, warm up, mate. Get on the pitch. That's what I'm saying. We need 2 dynamics, 2 different profiles. So that can work, man. Hopefully it goes through. That's the situation with it. With Hojlund leaves, it's 1, 2, 3. But if Rashford and that end up leaving as well, we can still make it happen. But I reckon we're going to wait it out a little week or so and see. By that time, obviously, we've sold the players anyway. See what's going on with Gyokeres. Because as it says, Amrin would like a reunion with Gyokeres, but his priority appears to be Arsenal. If Arsenal let him down, I think we'll go for him. So, yeah, we'll see what happens, man. We'll see how this materializes. Hopefully, there's more to it. And it's not just... Obviously, we know it's not gas. It's Laurie Whitwell. He's solidified anyway. Could work for him to also try and get the World Cup exactly. Because through Villa, no one ain't really seeing too much, man. Unless you're beating like the big teams where everyone's watching them games. Like I said, I watched him play Arsenal and he missed 2 chances. Only because we're playing Arsenal and I hate them so much. I was hate watching on Arsenal and then I see him miss two chances and I was like, oh my days. So this is what I'm saying. So if he goes to Man United, the pressure's on you. Everyone's watching you every move. And he would definitely get to the World Cup if he has a good season. So yeah, Nkunku, Garnacho. I don't know about no swap deal, but they want Garnacho, which is positive. It's another team that wants Garnacho. Aston Villa want him as well. Positive. What's his name? Mbeumo. Nothing ain't really changed. Same shit really. PR. We're trying to wrap it up. Whatever. Ivan told me this came out earlier. I was gassed. I thought, yeah, Brentford link up. Mbeumo. You get it? I thought it was going to happen still. I would take Toney any day as well. Also, he knows Emery don't rate him no more. Bro's warming for... Yeah, exactly. He was bench warming for Rashford. This is what I'm saying. We don't even rate Rashford in Man United, and he's bench warming for him. This is what I'm saying. But he could come over here and it could be a whole different thing for him. As long as he knows what to do and he's got two people behind him that's doing what he needs to do, it could be a whole different thing for him. This is why I didn't really see him as much as well. And like I said, in Villa, you can afford to go 3-4 games and ghost. You can go to PSG and ghost. You can go to, who did they lose to? Palace in the semi-finals of the FA Cup and have a ghost. You can't do that at Man United. This is what I'm saying. So the pressure will be on. And yeah, that's why I say like he's underrated, but of his stats, because when he does do bad, you don't even pre it. Do you know what I'm saying? Met, you reckon if my man comes through from Villa and does an RVT thing of a Van Persie, I don't know, man. I wouldn't gas him up like that, man. I wouldn't gas him up like that yet. You get it? I wouldn't. That's just too early, man. It's too early to say all of that. I reckon he'll be good if he comes because of the people behind him and the team, the way it's shaping up. But it's like it's one of them ones. It's like, all right, cool. You see Gyokeres. See, if we got Gyokeres, we're all expecting him to score straight away. Yes or no? We're all sitting there and going, yeah, he's probably going to get a goal. If he goes 2-3 games without scoring, he's a bump, he's a flop. No one ain't going to say that about Watkins. You see what I'm saying to you? If we get Watkins and he starts for the first 3 games in Man United and he doesn't go mad, no one ain't going to say that about Watkins. If Cunha's doing what he needs to do in Mbeumo, no one ain't really going to put pressure on Watkins. Like, it's what it is. The goal will come when it will come. No one ain't going to be sitting there judging him. But if we was to get Gyokeres and he scored 63 goals and he goes 3 games without scoring, everyone's going to be judging him. This is what I'm trying to say. So there's not that much pressure on him. Maybe not like RVP, but remember, rather Watkins was, yeah, I reckon he can definitely build himself. And remember, if you're scoring for Man United, bro, you're going global, whatever celebration you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You're scoring mad goals, especially against big teams as well. You're going global regardless. Your followers are going up. Everything's going mad for him. So 100%, he can definitely do a resurrection. And if he's scoring 15 goals minimum in these last 3 seasons, and the way we're trying to set up our team where we're going to have nothing but goal scorers and chance creators behind you, bro, it's only going to benefit you, bro. It can only be a W. So hopefully, man. Hopefully, but like I said, I want Osihmen or Gyokeres. That's my first 2. Let it bounce back down, no problem, I'll take him. But I'm not going to sit there and say, yeah, bring Watkins and be gassed and think he's going to come and do it. I'd rather someone else have the pressure on them. Like I said, Gyokeres, Osihmen, they go 3 games without a goal. Everyone's praying them because everyone expects goals. They're ballers. Watkins comes, he could go 3 games without a goal. And I don't think everyone will be going mad. Like, Watkins is a bum. No one ain't going to be praying him like that. This is what I'm trying to say. Like, he hasn't got that pressure on him because he can go missing sometimes and it's calm because of where he's at. Them other 2 can't. So we'll see how it goes, innit? We'll see. But if it gets there and it gets to that pressure, we'll see how he handles it. Hopefully he can. But for now, I want someone that can handle the pressure that we expect to score. He's angry when he comes off the pitch and he ain't scored. Bruno will be racking up assists with bro. Box threat, headers, 100%. 100%. I said, not getting gassed. 100%. And this is why I was saying I want Osihmen. Because Osihmen is a box threat, headers, counter-attack. Everything you're saying there is Osihmen. Gyokeres as well to an extent, but Gyokeres can't score headers. That's the only thing. Gyokeres can't score headers. He's good at aerial duels. He wins his headers in the air, but he doesn't score them. It's weird. But yeah, 100%. Bruno will be having a field day. He'll be loving it. Where do you think we'll finish next season? We need to wait for the transfer window to finish, you know, because right now, we've got 100% of the last squad we had last year. We finished 15th with this exact squad. So nothing's changed right now. So we need to wait for this transfer window to finish, and then we're going to have a better understanding. All right, we've got Mbeumo, we've got a striker. This guy's gone. But right this second, we've got the exact same squad. All we're going to have different is a pre-season now. Do you know what I'm saying? So I can't really come here and say, nah, we're going to finish 6th now or 4th with confidence because nothing ain't really changed yet. We ain't even got a striker. We haven't sold no one. You know what I mean? Where do you think we're going to finish, Kev? I can't tell you. I wish I could tell you, but I just can't work it out. So yeah, Al Hilal. Anyway, this has been. I don't know if this is gas or not, because this has come out earlier that we waiting for Toney, but the first paragraph is crazy. The geezer says, breaking, Ratcliffe may urge United to pull out of the Mbeumo deal. So this, is he guessing or something? He says, Ratcliffe may urge. He's not saying Ratcliffe is going to urge or he's not. So I don't know. I think this is gas. But it came out anyway from Al Hilal Central saying, despite circling reports, Man United have not submitted any official for Al Hilal, but they haven't got no journalists there. So I don't know if they're just saying it on their fan channel or it's actually true. But who knows, innit? And like I said, it seems like my man's just guessing anyway. So it might be gas. We've got the 2 gems that we've basically agreed deals with. They was going to leave. A lot of teams were in for them. This one on the right, he's 14 years old. He played for the under 18s and he got 2 goals in 2 minutes. So he's a proper gem. They're calling him Kid Messi. You understand? Who wrote something in there about him? Someone wrote something in there about him straight away. Who was it again? Mister. He said, look, I checked out the 14-year-old Kid Messi. We agreed to deal with. He's Lamine Yamal region. Not joking. And I hope this comes true now. Literally, I hope this one comes true. But yeah, so that's the situation with these little gems. This one's meant to be good as well. Nagwashi, and obviously not to an extent of JJ, but Nagwashi signed today. He agreed the deal. And yeah, we're just literally just trying to keep these little gems, build them up. And it's like sign prime now. We're signing prime players to come in the squad now. And then we're signing little gems under 18 to build them up. I don't think we're doing 18 to 21s. We're just doing like under 18s and prime. You get it? Chelsea are doing like 18 to 23s. We're not on that project. We're on some prime now thing and under 18s and build them up. So it seems kind of it's promising still, man. It's promising. We got more news. Johnny Evans has obviously been appointed for the loans and pathways. Jadon Sancho, the freedom fighter, still trying to free up his wage. It's not happening yet. Juventus are still in for him, but it's not looking correct. And then obviously we got Malik Fofana wearing a Rashford shirt, Man United. It's an old one. But like I said, I wear Barcelona tracksuits because it's not in England. I don't care about it. I might wear a PSG tracksuit because it's just drip. They look at the same way. They're in France. He plays for Lyon. He's not going to wear something in France. He's going to wear something in England. So I don't think it's anything to it, but a lot of United fans think he's a Man United fan now. We should get him. So I don't know. I thought I'll share it with you lot. Are you happy with loans for Rash, Sancho, Anthony? I think all of them need to go. Anthony's definitely going to go for cash because that's what they're waiting for. And we told them already we're not giving them another loan because obviously there's bare interest in him now after he went over there and done his thing. So Anthony's not going to be a loan no more. But Rashford, I'm happy with that loan. Just go Barcelona, rip it up because he will. These leagues are so slow. Rashford will go there, have so much space, rip it up, and they'll want to buy him. 100%. Lewandowski's not as fast as Rashford. So you got Lamar, Rafinha, and Rashford. They'll be ripping it up over there, and they'll want to buy him. But Sancho's got 1 year left. I think we need to just get rid of him, get the 25 million, see you later, have your freedom over there, see you later, brother. Simple. If we get top players and definitely top 4, bro, I hope so, man. I hope so. 1 game a week, I hope so, bro. My brother's a Liverpool fan. I have to listen to him, bro. Red Devils for life. Come on, Kev, man. You know the thing. Liverpool fans are gas right now as well. They've got it nice right now. You get it. They're spending a lot of money. They just won the league, but it is where it is, man. We're going to rise again anyway. You get me? It's going to happen. We sell Garnacho and Anthony. I think Sancho too, paying 100 a week on his final year to sweeten the deal. Bruv, I just hope they all go, bruv. But I know it's not FIFA and it's not reality. And we might have to do some loans and whatnot. Some might have to wait to the end of the window. It's going to be long, but as long as Garnacho, remember Garnacho's moving bougie as well. He's on some Prem thing only. He's not even sitting there and saying he'll go buy Leverkusen, none of that. Ten Hag said he wanted him. He's saying, I only want to stay in the Prem. I don't know who's going to come for him in the Prem. If Tottenham's getting kudus, it's only going to be Villa or Chelsea. We're going to have to see what happens. Anthony's going back to Real Betis. It's more or less likely it's going to happen. Sancho, it's only Juventus, literally, that won him. but he don't want to drop his wage, but this guy's too stingy. He's not looking at his life and saying, I want to get the World Cup. He just wants money. So I don't know, bruv. It's crazy. Yeah, and then obviously Edison and Wharton, I'll take any of them to be next to Bruno, because you know Bruno, he moves around too much, bruv. He'll be here and then he's there and he'll leave you by yourself. So you need someone energetic that can do a bit of everything. And I feel that that's what a lot of people don't like about Ugarte. He's just a defender, innit? He just wins the ball, destroyer, they call it. He destroys, gets the ball, pass it to the guy next to him. People want a bit more, innit? Pass forward, take on a man, whatever. So Edison fits the bill. Fabrizio spoke about it. Rob Dawson, Alfredo, all three of them really reliable and they're all speaking about it. Fabrizio spoke about it last week, the dates at the bottom. Rob Dawson spoke about it today. Alfredo spoke about it yesterday. So we're very linked to Edison. Wharton, I think, would be our top choice, but if he was a bit cheaper, he's going to be about 80, 90 million. I don't think we'll end up getting it. And he's got the England tax as well. English players, you know how it goes. They get a super tax. So that's the situation with everything that's going on. We're linked to Ekitike, but like I said, I don't think it's really that deep. It already got said by Lobby Whitworth that Ekitike is 85 million. We're never going to do that. Do you understand? So that's the situation. That's everything that's going on. These are Watkins' stats as well in the last 5 years, or whatever you want to call it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 years. He hasn't scored less than 10 goals, no matter where he is. He's on a different thing. So I'll take him all day. A lot of you lot said we'll take him. Let's see what happens. Hopefully we sell some of these scrubs. Wrap up Mbeumo within the next 24, 48 hours. Here we go. And then we can move on. But love to everyone that's been in the chats, that's been inside. We do this every day. You don't know the thing already. Subscribe if you haven't. Make sure you subscribe. Every day we're here. I see you lot all in a bit, man. Love. Appreciations.
Got some celebs pull up local. You know we are next, pull up mobos. They don't be there on repeat, they're like, oh no. Whether mix it up, let's take a photo now. For now, I'm local. For now, preserve the beat, I'm